Hello and welcome back to RailRoads Online. So today we are here going to be expanding out the railroad to the Railway Express Agency. Yeah, as you can see, one of the railroad sins just chilling here by the safe. Time to actually be able to get some track in here now that we do have the gold being refined and all ready to go, which is obviously going to pay off huge for the railroad. So time to get that in. We are fresh back from vacation, so yes, thank you to all those who, well wishes on the vacation. Appreciate it. It was a wonderful vacation, but we are going to jump back in and get to work today on the railroad. So with that, let's just jump in and see what we can get done and see if we can get everything hooked back up. Remember what we're doing here, kind of thing. Somewhere in here we should get a link, which is going to make it easy to run out. Not sure where we're going to get our last link, so we will take a look at that. Alright, so it is just going to be a shorter one link. There we go. That's the box that we need. Anything else going to be extra, which that's cool because then we can actually start moving this. We are just going to try to keep this one super simple in here for now. As I said, first day back from vacation, not looking to try to go insane with anything here. We do know that we are going to be running fairly small trains in here, so nothing, we're not going to have to run a 20-car train through here is the idea, so we really don't have to stress how much we do try to push things a bit, I guess. Alright, somewhere in there we are going to try to keep the trees. Let's see what kind of angles we're actually getting here. Going to be some elevation changes in this, obviously, which, wow. This is just going to be janky as heck going around the tree, but we're going to do it. We're going to go around the tree because we want to keep the tree. Just what it is. Can we get away with not having that high a grade, though? I mean, that's, no, look at that. It's 6%. We just might have to go with higher groundwork. We're not going over 2%. We're just not going to do it. So, even if we're going with a small train, we're not going to run over a 2% grade in here. We just don't want to make things difficult for absolutely no reason. And we are going to be coming back up the hill here now. So that's cool. Let's stick it there. So we are going to have to start actually working back up the grade. Let's see what's going to happen with this tree. Was going to try to keep both trees, I guess. I wonder if we could go back and lighten. You know what? If we keep the one giant tree, I'm pretty happy with that. So we'll go something like this. Then I feel like we're just going to lose this tree and make life easier. Do we keep the Tula or do we get rid of it? We'll get rid of that while we're at it. Was there something in here? I thought there was something in here. Yeah, there we go. That one's down. Of course, now that we've done that, probably should have run out this side, and we probably could have made the whole thing a little bit smoother. If we have to, we'll go back and smooth things out. We'll just see what we get as we... Another short dock. Yes, another short dock, both sides. I know, like, this is one of those buildings when, when I first hooked it up, I was putting the rail along here on that side, assumed, that's what he's looking at, and there's no links or anything out here, and then when we got the links there on the side, so, go figure. But you can drop stuff on this side as well, so if you do just want to come in here and swing around that way and not even use the linked sides, you can do that. Your freight will definitely drop here. However, you don't get the cool freight doors on the side there to actually work, so Just depends on how you want to hook it up, but you do have flexibility in there. That's one of the cool things with this particular drop is you do actually have some straight up, like, you can put it kind of how you want it. Alright, and there we go, which is not going to work because of that hump. It says it's going to work, but obviously our rail disappears. So even though we got it to go green there, that's not going to work. We are going to have to come in and redo that one. So that could be an issue with how fast this is going to be. Oops, be able to go up. We'll just have to take a look at what we got here. Where's it? What? Where? No. Okay. That's the problem. Alright. If we go dead straight, which we probably don't want to be, but we will take a look at. 4.5% is way too high. 3% is too high. Okay, so we're gonna have to actually do some trimming of some stuff here. No big deal. It's fine. Probably went about this the wrong way, to be honest. We could have made life easier on ourselves. So let's go about trying to do that. So we'll find the top of the hill. Looks like it's somewhere right in here. Get this as low to that as we can get it, which looks good there. And we'll just kind of see what happens to this. Yeah, see, that's asking for 2.5. So what we are gonna do is go in and delete. Hey, give me the delete. What? Select a vehicle to re. Oh, I'm grabbing the wrong thing. Listen, as I said, totally went on vacation. Okay. There we go. I've done that 100 million times, to be totally honest, so that's not just a vacation thing. Alright, now we want to start actually getting this down, especially 2% where possible. It's going to end up over 2% at some point. It's just gonna... Probably not for long, and I don't think it's going to cause us that big a problem, to be totally honest. So I think with that one, we're going to keep... Ooh. That's not too bad. If we're just trying to get it in there and keep it simple, we know we're running like, you know, 1 or 2 cars here. We're talking about getting a locomotive around it in 1 or 2 cars, Railway Express. We obviously want to turn around and put a straightaway in here at some point too, so we can break it going down that way for the pier. If we're going to do that, to be honest, the pier you don't really need, so I don't know. We'll just have to see. Probably we'll head out to the pier. Obviously, it's a new thing on the map, and give it a look at some point coming up here. I was really kind of trying to get things all wrapped up with the vacation, but didn't get that done beforehand. So, okay, how do we want to bring these together? Something. Let's get out here. Something like that. We'll run a little bit of a straight in here. Bam, we will run out. That's good enough. Doesn't have to be anything crazy measured or anything like that. I think we will grab a switch going left, but we're gonna want the stand on the right, so that's gonna put us there. Connect with that one. Sweet, that should line up pretty well, I think, for, you know, just an eyeball wing it. There we go, good enough. Nice little bit in there. Bam. And let's head off for our line. Oop. Ooh, look at that. Not sure. What will be our options here? Alright, see if we can actually just get down to... We could do this really simple to super complicated. Is that going to be long enough? That's going to be long enough. Yeah, why not? And then right back to it. Sweet. Probably auto-lay a lot of this. Do not need to actually be in precise mode or anything like that. Just cruising along. Yeah, let's just go with this. Take a look at our map real quick as we're coming around. I think we're just gonna come around and drive right up through, straight up through the valley is gonna be our goal. Nothing too complicated. I don't even think we need to break it off in that direction, honestly. Railway Express, we're looking at receiving gold, so sling it in somewhere in there. If we can get there is gonna be our goal. Alright, it should be nice and simple. To grab new rail here quick. There we go. Fly up. See how much. See what we have to clear here. You know what? I think we'll just drop in the line and clear this stuff all in one pop. We'll try to keep some rock stuff close just because it makes things look cool. Oh, now we're getting into what is this? What do we got going here? Hey, cut it out. Okay, again, we should be able to run that to there. And then we can come down and see if we can span it on one bridge piece. If we can, we keep it. Yep, perfect. Cool, that's gonna work. Like those for the short dips. You don't need any foundation really or anything underneath them. Here it looks like we're gonna have to move things if we're gonna keep the rocks. And we do like to keep rocks. You know what, let's just stay clear of the tree. We don't need to be in the tree. Take a good look. We are bending way too much around the mountain. We have no business being over here anyway, actually. So little deviation off course there. It does tend to happen with poor surveying, which is definitely the case with this. No surveying at all. That would be defeat the purpose. Oh, we totally are. Why are we curved out here at all? So we need to go way back. Oh, that's horrendous. We could just keep wrapping around, but that was not the original plan. So we're gonna get rid of that. Let's find out where we are online and where we went wrong. Still totally going wrong. Okay. Cool. Were we straight back there, like at the bridge? Okay, this we can kind of take out. We want to get off in that direction. Yeah, that's the way we want to go. Okay, let's rock this thing. Bam. Out of that. Let's go. meander off into the desert. Let's go on a walkabout. Here we go. Take another look at the map just to make sure we're not getting lost again. Or we weren't lost, but let's stay found. No. That's you. Alright. This track should be laid in here pretty easy. We are going to lose a few rocks, obviously, big boulders. Good news is nowadays we can always put that kind of thing back, or at least some kind of variation of it. It may not be exactly what was there, but you do have that option nowadays. Obviously, if you have the packs. Sadly, not everyone got that, but alright, making good. Now it looks like we're making good headway on the course here. Oop. Stop. Oh, okay. Yep. Got it. Alright, we need to keep the track high and dry here. See, depending on so many things. Alright, that'll work. Why is the grade going bonkers? What's up here? Wow, that is just like laying right over a hill, isn't it? The good news is we already know we have plenty of locomotives, so not gonna worry about it. You know, we have plenty of locomotive, and again, this is gonna be a short train always, and we're still under 3%. So, of course, as I say that, now we go over it. We already have over 3% on the railroad anyway. So not that that's, you know, going to be some first. And we really have plenty of locomotives. The Mastodon is not going to have a hard time pulling the gold car. If worst comes to worst. Pulling these out. Fairly good sized chunks here. And somewhere back here, we're going to go ahead and throw in a brake, which is a little unfortunate because it looks like this is going to be kind of high up off the ground, which tends to promote switch weirdness, I will say. And by switch weirdness, I mean, you know, the height, just the height of the groundwork when the switch goes in sometimes gets to be a bit weird. Wait, no, we want to switch left again. We want to stand on the right, but we are going to hook in on the standard side this time, and that one laid in decent. Definitely not any worse than the groundwork already was. See, sometimes you get an improvement, sometimes you get a it kind of just depends on what the ground is doing underneath. Are you kidding? And now it doesn't want to hook back in, so I spoke too soon. See, it is going to do some weirdo stuff and not want to work. When really that should just hook right back in there because it's straight right back to where it was, see? But then it's not gonna. Alright, let's see if we can get around it somehow. There we go. Bingo. Sometimes you just have to play with it and finesse it, but as compared to the old days of playing with and finessing with the track, you used to have to, like, really do some things to pull some things off. This is much easier. Sometimes it does take a little bit to get it. Alright, give me the... Oh, forget it. I'll try to come off of this side and see what we can get. We might have to close the gap here a little bit. And then there's vegetation in the way, and that in itself can cause problems. So sometimes the track likes to think it's supposed to climb up over the vegetation, which will lend you to have a bit of a problem from time to time. Alright, now let's see if we can get rid of rocks, birds, stones, twigs, branches, cacti, anything else in between. You know, that stone is not a go away kind of stone. We will just kind of machine gun along as we go, just in case there's something we miss, but the game sees. It does happen from time to time. That's a not mover. Good, good. Should be good there. Good. Looking good, looking good. Something sent us flying right there. No idea what it is. Does that mean there's something in the track though? No. I don't see anything. We should be good. On a run like this, if we actually get it all, I'll be totally, totally shocked. What's that? It's a tree. No. It's a tree shaped like a cacti. Scooch. I don't know. I don't know what kind of sound. You know, you can make the argument like a different sound for the cactus, but I guess I don't know what a cactus sounds like when you saw it down. So there's that. I can see, you know. The stones would be cool if we did have like a rock crushing sound or something in there. The cacti, I guess, would be an interesting sound if that's a squish, squish, or what that is. I guess I suppose it depends on the cacti one is cutting. That we're going to take out. Not sure if it would have been a problem. Probably not because it was below the track. But one never knows. And I'd rather be safe than sorry. Interesting. Moss covered rocks. And we'll get rid of that one. Just on principle. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Couple more little ones here and there. This run is going to be much longer than I actually was originally thinking for sure. But fairly direct. It'll also be nice at some point. Going to put a straight or put a switch here going off right yet is one thing that'll probably come into here. That's got to go. Yeah, I would think if we put the switch right here, we have plenty of room before the ground changes height, but that would be a project for another day. Probably will end up with some wood, water, and sand, whatnot out here, but for all intents and purposes, I think we are going to call that one the Railway Express Office. Say thanks for tuning in. Remember, if you get a chance, like, share, subscribe. Subscriptions are free, but they sure do help the channel. Y'all have a great day.